we talking to? Young gods, OGs and young gods.
I know you guys are probably asking yourselves, who gave this nigga the right to write a Bible? But if we all look past the lies and false teachers of the men that portray themselves to be the powers that be and seek the truth, our lives just as well as all that lives lives of Bible. No matter what man-made religion we believe in, just being true to thy Lord within ourselves will bring us peace. It's gonna be alright, cause in hell, we can't win the war between good and evil without being truthful to the powers that be.
Hood, hierarchy, mob dad. Every single episode, man, we gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I've been through that 1,000 times.
Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet ghetto.
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money, throwing the concerts.
It's your boy, Project Pata. Hood hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. You rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling, I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
It's 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. Get the dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from SouthTown, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beats, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
Well, I was saying this the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, bow, bow, bow.
Yeah. Bloodstone the street feature, you know what I'm saying? Game face. With my nigga DJ Fingers on the track. It's my time. Let's get it. Rhyme rapper, beat slapper, G, whatever you wanna call it. Bloodstone the street preacher, lifetime, we the holy. Call it like I be it, full-time MCing. And really don't care about you fools disagreeing. Straight reality coming out of SD. Knocking out the competition like Muhammad Ali. Confident, never cocky with these bars I be spitting. But very serious about these fruits I be hitting. Fools start switching, then they start snitching. Faster than the chef cooking things in the kitchen. And yeah, I gotta mention to you undercover devils, even on the step ladder, you're not on my level. Time, homie, it's my time. You know I gotta get mine. Don't worry about me, gonna fix your own plate. You know I gotta get it, cause time don't wait.
Thank you, everyone. You are now welcome aboard the G-Man Experience.
Yeah, I'm busy about my money and not too many. Can't get with me, stick to my lonely, stick to my homies. Cause I ain't friendly, ain't no gimme. I pulled it out the mud before I give this to you quick. Ain't no showing love. I'm busy.
Yeah, I'm booked. Damn so busy.
F&G shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We sliding.
Johnny Rock.
Sliding in the rentals, trying to run the milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.
Yeah. Hey, we here on a Tuesday, you dig? Like, we don't do Tuesdays, but we here on a Tuesday, you dig? I had to put this in action. When my man said he wanted to get on the on the platform, I said, let's do this, you dig? It's your big homie, Trey Boogie. This is Let's Chop It Up. I appreciate y'all on Instagram. I see y'all. I appreciate y'all on Facebook, on Twitch. But I need y'all to come over to the YouTube. We trying to run these numbers up on YouTube. Come over to the YouTube. I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna hold y'all. We got a good one here today. Excuse my voice. Y'all know what I'm dealing with. This a guy that we go back, way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac, man. Like, you know, my brother, rest in peace. They used to rock with each other. He from the same area I'm from. You know, y'all should know who I'm talking about when I put on the flyer, SouthTown SD. But when you see his face, you know who he is. Y'all, I didn't want to put his government on there, you dig? But y'all know who he is. So allow me to introduce to some and present to others. My man, SouthTown SD. Let's give it out to him. Yes, sir.
What's up?
Yes, sir. See, I said I didn't want to say your government, and you went right to the government.
Play Boogie. Yeah, that's
Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you. You know, coming on the platform. I've been watching. You know, your TikToks. You know, you come to the house when you was in town. You know, we go back. Like I said, we go way back, like 4 flats on the Cadillac. You dig? What I want you to do right now, man, is introduce yourself to them, because people on my platform, and I appreciate y'all watching, come over to YouTube, please. I got to switch through the pages. Radio Vermont, I see you, man. Big love. Come over to the YouTube. You know, I got to go through different pages, but if you're on the YouTube, I can see everything right here. So, but yeah, go ahead and introduce yourself. Let them know, you know, who you are, where you come from, and a little bit about what you do real quick, man. And we going to chop it up.
All right. So, I mean, and I'll say my name. I got nothing to hide. So my name is Arturo, but better known as SouthTown. Also as Little One. So one of the things that I've been involved with for the last 25 years is the American Bully and the Bully breeds. And so I do that. I judge locally, nationally, and internationally. It's been a while, but I'm gonna start traveling again pretty soon here. And on that one event that I got coming up, Trey, I'm not sure at what capacity I'm gonna do it. I might even just compete, but we'll still go ahead and promote it for them.
Yeah, we'll
Um,
show it. We'll show it.
yeah, for sure. But it's a good event. I'm probably gonna go anyway. But yeah, so I started. I got into the dog game about 25 years ago, and so I
Hold
do
up,
different.
hold up,
Yeah,
hold up. Because we are OG 92154. Let them know. Let them know, man. Let them know. Let them know before we get into all that. Let them know, man, who you are, you know, your upbringing. Without, we don't need to talk about certain things, you dig?
yeah,
But,
yeah.
you know,
I got you. So check it out. So the whole SouthTown, the name of the kennel. So SouthTown SD, that known as that. That's my kennel, which is what you create when you compete with your dogs, and I'm talking conformation competition, not dog fighting. So we'll get that very clear. This has
yeah,
nothing to do with dog fights or hurting animals in any
at
type of
all.
way. Yeah, it's a conformation dog show, bully shows, fun shows, barbecues and picnics, things of that nature. But um, just to sum it up quickly, as far as that goes, I got into it in the beginning just as a buyer, and then I got into competing. But the name Southtown obviously comes from, we grew up in South San Diego. I've known Trinell since I mean,
Don't worry
excuse
about
me,
it, man. Don't worry about it, man.
I known the host right here, Trey Goodman. You know
Don't worry about it.
what he says is true. As far as being the big homie, that's my big homie. You know, like he said, man, his brother was one of my best friends. Rest in peace, Terry Shaw. You
Rest in
know,
peace.
and um, so growing up in the South, I looked up to Trey and his brother. Pretty much everybody did. You know what I mean? And I grew up around with dogs, and so um, when I got into the game, I had to create a name for the kennel. And at the time, the fellas that we went to school, junior high with, Sonny Sandoval and Will Bernardo, they
Man, big up to them.
yeah, shout out to the homies from POD. They wrote that song Southtown, and I was gonna make the kennel like Southside or something like that, but I didn't want it to sound too gang related or too even though that could be a name, regardless. And so when they came up with that, it just felt right. So I chose originally it was Southtown Pits, but now it's just Southtown SD. So
That's
that's
right.
how that started in 1999.
1999. 1999. You
Yo,
know, when we say South Dago, South San Diego, South Side, a lot of y'all know what we're talking about, but y'all know it as the South Bay. We don't call it the South Bay, you did, because the South Bay is too broad of an area. We were the last part of San Diego, California. You dig? It was 92154, San Diego, California. In front of us was Otay. Behind us was San Isidro. To the left of us was Imperial Beach. We had our, everybody call it Del Sol or want to call it, this and that. We OGs called it South San Diego, South Dago. You dig? And it's a trip because when people see my SD on me and it's in Old English, most of the time they only see the left hand with the D and be like, "Oh, you from Detroit?" Nah, I'm from South Dago. You dig? And you know,
hey, I
R.I.P.
didn't
to
even
my
know you had
brother.
those.
Huh?
Hey, I have that too. I didn't even know you had those. I got the SD on my arms like that too, dog.
I have them here. Where they at? The D, the S. You dig? But yeah. And rest in peace to my brother, man. He lived a good life. He was beneficial. I was talking to the homeboy Mike, and he brought up atomic rockers, and people, the history. That's why I got to have Willie Will on here. He been on the show a couple times, but we got to talk about back in the day. But yeah, it's about you though, and I like what you've been doing. I like what you've been doing. When I had my, bully, we reached out. I was just holding it for my cousin. She breeds and she be in the dog shows too, and I had her reach out to you. But talk about that love. Where that love come from? I mean, we grew up with pits. We this, where that love come from for you to be doing what you're doing right now. And again, I appreciate everyone on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. Come on over to the YouTube.
So, man, we could talk about so many different things, but one of the things with dog shows and competing is I think everybody likes to win, right? So what I've seen happen is when you go to a dog show, an official dog show, and you happen to win, you kind of get hooked on that feeling, and it feels good because it's with you and your dog. Like it creates a bond,
Yeah.
just like what you're talking about. And that's kind of what happened to me. I mean, there was two reasons. The reason I got into dog showing is because so I'll educate everybody if they don't know. So a real dog, if you ever hear the term, does your dog have papers?
Right.
Papers does not mean it's vaccination or shot record. Papers mean is a
The
pedigree.
bloodline. Yep.
Yeah. And tell me, Mark. And
Yeah,
so
you gotta turn it on
when
do
I
not disturb, family. You gotta turn it on do not disturb, so it don't
okay,
interrupt.
all right, big dog, I got it.
Yeah, and look at this comment right here. We grew up together, man. We grew up where it was black and brown was family, but he could answer that if he want to.
I can't. I'm trying to get to the comments. Let me see.
It's right there on the screen.
Oh, bro, you know that kind of stuff we don't.
Yeah, yeah. It ain't about none of that, family. Like
Mm.
we all grew up together. Um, we grown man now. You dig? Like the Bible say, when I was a child, I thought I was a child, and when I grew up, I put away childish things. So that's what we're on right now, man. Positivity. But yeah, go ahead, Fal.
Yeah, yeah. What do you call that? But yeah, like you were saying, bro. And so I always, of course, had the pride of being from 92154 from the South Side, and so my kennel was SouthTown. And so when I got my dog, I got the papers, and I started seeing these titles with champion and grand champion. So of course, at least the way I see it, who doesn't want to have a champion or grand champion, right? So I did the research to find out what I needed to do to champ out my dog, and so I ended up going to a show. I didn't do well. I actually lost for 2 years straight until I didn't lose, but I didn't champ my dog out. It took me 2 years. And
Yeah.
some people do it in a couple months, which I ended up doing later. But one of the things that
What
I'm
does
most
that mean? Champ your dog out. Explain to the ones
okay.
that don't know, Fal.
So they champ out, like if you ever see the AKC dog show they show on TV where the dogs run around in a circle and
Yeah.
the judge looks at them. So that's basically what you do. But when you go against when you compete in your first, you go against the same sex. So it's all the males against males by age, 1, 2, 3 and up. And then the winner of that goes against the female, and then the winner of the male and female is the best of breed. And if
Okay.
it's a multi-breed show, then it's best in show. Every registry has different criteria, but once you meet the criteria, you become a champion, and then you can go on to be a grand champion in UKC. In AKC, you can just be a champ, but they have a point system, and then there's other registries too. But basically, they're all about the same amount, same requirements.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And now you champ them out. Now, like you got some beautiful dogs. You breed too, or how that work?
Yeah, so I haven't had a litter for a while. I am in a little bit, but yeah. So when you champ out a dog, number one, you build, you get a following on the way up as you're doing it because people see you, and then once your dog has that, now you could truly say you have champion bloodline. So then he or she is worth a lot more money,
Okay. Okay.
and the offspring.
And the offspring, because you got that AKC. You got, a lot of people don't know about that. Like when I had the bully, I had that Merle, a lot of problems. Man. Yeah, me and my cousin, we spent so much money, you know. He doing good. He doing good.
Yeah,
But dogs, you can't, it ain't for the faint of heart, man. Like, you could get pet insurance, but it's just like human insurance. A lot of insurance, a lot of issues insurance don't cover, bro. And man,
especially
it
bulldogs.
takes a lot. It takes a lot, bro.
Yeah, especially bulldogs. If you get a bulldog with a lot of health issues, any dog can have them, but bulldogs are most susceptible.
Especially Merles, especially Merles, but everybody want them because they're pretty. You know what I mean? We 420 friendly. Don't trip. You
Okay,
know,
okay.
you know, it's a lot of problems with them. And you got some, like I said earlier, you got some beautiful dogs. You got some big buff dogs too, bro. Like,
Thank you, bro.
how does that happen?
Well,
And you train too, right? Like, let them know.
excuse me. Yeah. So anybody that's in the Arizona area, if you want to train your dog, and that's one thing that I can say that I'm proud of is as far as doing pretty good in the dog shows myself and having champions and grand champions, but every single one of my students, so people who actually trained with me, um, all of them who stayed in long enough had grand champions, have best in show wins against a gang of different dogs. And like Walt from Island Built, I only trained with him one weekend and he went and he took that whole show.
Wow.
So, that's one thing that I feel good about. And it kind of like before we went on live, you know how you were talking about helping people and then not everybody is the same way.
Yeah. Supporting folks, man. Like I said, yeah, I understand. Go ahead.
Yeah, without saying too much. And you know what it is? One of the things I learned, um, in life when I went to school. So I do have a college degree too, right? In business. I've had my own business. And yeah, thank you, bro. One of the teachers who was a multimillionaire, very, very smart person, he said that a lot of times, the average person, they want to hide their knowledge because they think people are going to take it and do better than them, but that's the wrong mentality. The more people you help do what you do, the bigger your industry becomes, and it'll all come back to you. But very few people do that. Like you do that, I do that, and other people then when they find that niche or something, they kind of hoard it instead of doing the same thing. And so,
Yes.
and see, it's because they think by hiding there's nothing secret in life, man. There's nothing. It's like that. Like I could be like, man, I'm not gonna teach anybody what I know. No, man, I want to teach everybody I know. So I know that you know what I'm saying. You pass it down, you pass it on. Even if somebody does better than you, it doesn't matter. It'll still come back to bless you. But you gotta think that way. You know what I mean? It's like how they say with energy, with karma, it's what you put out, how you do it, your intent when you're doing something has a lot to do with what you get back.
Right. Right. My pastor always say, God can't do nothing with you if you're like this. You dig? You gotta be like this. You gotta be
Yep.
a blessing to others to be blessed. You know what I mean? It's a channel of blessings, man. And the more you do for folks, the more you're gonna get. Especially when you do it out of your heart. You dig? Right now, we got the call-in number up. It's 619-720-1775. 619-720-1775. We got the call-in number active right now. But yeah, man, and I appreciate everybody again on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch. Come over to the YouTube. Peter Macon, Chauncey Maynard. What's up, y'all? I see y'all on Instagram. Come on over to the YouTube. But yeah, and again, like them dogs you have, and the events you're doing. Talk about some of the events you did and you're doing, and there's the event coming up too, but we'll talk about that in a minute, and I'll put up the flyer and stuff. But
I've been meaning to tell you, bro. I was kind of tied in back in the days, and I've been in a few videos, bro. I networked with I think I had told you, with DJ Jump back in the day, and we did a flyer. But I've been in an MTO video. I've been in the homie Popeye. He's a Filipino cat from Southeast.
Okay.
Traficando, like about 2 years ago with Alex Fat. And that's just through the dogs too, through the dogs and just through knowing some people. But shoot, what was the other question, bro? My bad.
Yeah, what you got going, and what events coming up? Because I know you got an event you sent me. We'll do that in a minute.
Yeah, so the Back in the Day Festival, that flyer that you're gonna post, that's coming up in June 28th, and that's gonna be a pretty big event as far as the Chicano culture, the cultura. There's gonna be a lowrider show, tattoo convention.
Let's bring it up right now so they can know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So this year it's gonna be in Victorville. You'll start seeing it promoted on all over social media, but I can't announce everybody. There's going to be more people that are shown on that flyer, but Amanda Perez, and they're going to have the actors of American Me and Blood In Blood Out. Some of them will be there doing pictures and autographs, stuff like that, like fanfare stuff. TikTok influencers are going to be there. It's going to be a big event. But there's a few other dog shows coming up. There's one in Tucson coming up this weekend, man. I forgot the name of the kennel, but if you're just look up dog shows. I'll probably repost it. And then also, if you go to YouTube, I appreciate everybody tapping in, and also follow my page. It's just SouthTown SD. I'm going to start posting more content.
Yeah. And let's big up to my man Mo Swagger. I see you, family. Big love to my man 9 Kill Radio. You dig? If you're an artist, he playing your music. You dig? And while I'm saying 9 Kill and 9 Kill Radio, I didn't do it in the beginning like I usually do. So big up to Shout Body, Us Before Me, the Thug Bible Movement, Chi-Town hip hop rib tips. You dig? I hope I said it right. My man Uncle Beats, the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, doing big things. Of course, Bloodstone the Street Preacher, my man K9 Compton, DJ Immortal, you know what I mean? And Cognac, man, KP Platinum Sounds. We in the house, man. We doing things and trying to keep doing things. But yeah, and big up 9 Kill. I know you about to be starting your other show, Popeye got classic 619. Yep, Popeye does got classic. My man, he got his music. I'm pretty sure. Like 9 Kill is the San Diego music plug. He the only one in Dago playing everybody's music. You know what I mean? The radio stations don't do it. He does a mix all week for different nationalities. For he on the red side, he playing the blue side music. Like 9 Kill Radio is where that's why I sponsor him. So big up to 9 Kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, we showed that event. What's going on with you? Let them know about your TikTok, because you blowing up on TikTok. You was blowing up and then something happened and now you rebuilding, but you do your thing on TikTok. Let them know you little DJ and all kind of stuff, man.
Well, I was doing that, man, just to kill time for a little while. I've always been around music. My uncle was a DJ, and bro, I don't
That's
know if
what
you
we
know.
grew up around. Like we
Yeah,
grew up in that. Much love to the city and my family. Trey Boogie. You already know what time it is, Kill. You already
bro.
know.
I had trip on this, bro. This is crazy for anybody, even today in this time. So when my uncle lived with me in my garage, I had access to 8 Technique 1200s, bro. He had 8 of them, bro. He had 4 pairs. So I used to make my own tapes. I used to have, man, I had the original NWA. I had, man, King T. I had some original vinyl. The homie still has it right there off of Firethorn. He's a DJ. He still got it. The homie Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. I don't know what he goes by right now, but he be DJing at some clubs down south.
I
And
see you, family. Big love, Tyrone. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Every now and then I'm gonna have to, I gotta acknowledge
yeah,
who's tapping in. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I know, bro. It's all good. And shout out to everybody. If I don't know you, much love. Thanks for tapping in. But yeah, man, my uncle and Gene Harris used to live on Kim Sue. Did you know that?
Up top though, not where I live. I lived on the bottom. They
Yeah,
live up top.
yeah, they live on the other. He lived on the other side, but yeah. So he used to come up to my house to see my uncle because my uncle worked for 92, and then what was it? The stations back then. But yeah, man. I've always grown up and been around music, so that's one of the reasons why I did that. And then posting the videos with the dogs when they compete, and just showing how I can train the dogs, bro. And but I want to compete with my dog right now because he should be a champion. So that I'm gonna work on that, and then I'm gonna probably have a litter with him and my other dog this year. But yeah, that's my goal this year is to get back out there and compete, and then also train some people if they're interested, and then also travel and judge a couple more shows. So I got some stuff coming up.
Where are you at now, and what's the scene out there like?
I'm in Tucson, Arizona. It's there's a lot of breeders out here. A lot. There's a show coming up. Like I said, I think this
I think
weekend.
I got my Merle from a breeder in Tucson, in Arizona.
Hey, you want to trip on the Merle, bro? You know what they're doing now? There's breeders doing Merle pugs and doing all the colors that they do with Frenchies, but with pugs, and they're pretty dope because they come out bullier, and then they got the same exotic colors. So that's kind of taking off. But you know, I used to be against a lot of things, but you can't control what other people do. You just, focus on I focus on what I like and what I do, and that's the best way to go about things, because then you just start judging, and then you form a bias, and if you just do your own thing and find your own lane and stay in your lane and don't worry about other people, I realize that, and I'm cool with everybody for the most part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. That's just your upbringing, though. You dig? Like it was different over there. You dig? We still dealt with politics and issues, but mainly we were a close knit family out there. You dig? Because it was us out there, and that's how me and my cousins ended up creating what we created back then. But we're not gonna go into that because I don't like to talk about all that type of stuff. Just like when you said you wanted to do this. What was it called? Not the documentary, but the what? Because you said a lot of people don't know. They really don't know who I am. I kind of like that. I told Willie Will that, right? I like that. It ain't about who I used to be. It's about who I am now. But if they knew who I used to be, and that's where, the big homie come in. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we and that's what I'm saying. It would be good to do a segment on the South, but we can talk about things vaguely without getting too specific and
Yeah.
mentioning, people that know, because really that's who it's for, right? But I think it would be dope, just to cover the history, because we did have a big impact on a lot of different things in the city and around the nation, bro. Straight up,
The folks that came from there, Legion of Doom, you know,
Ray Mysterio.
man, Ray, LOD, Cruise Control, man, we Atomic Rockers, what were the other ones? We used to break against, we lived the elements of hip hop back then. From graffiti, DJ, B-boy, MC, all the elements. We actually, like, I love where I came from. You know what I mean? I love where I came from.
No, me too, bro. I think we were blessed to kind of grow up in with more multicultural. You know what I'm saying? Because it made, to me it's normal, but to a lot of people, more people were raised more segregated than we were. You know what I'm saying? So it's a trip. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it made us more social in a sense. But yeah, bro. I think I love the life that I've had. I've been blessed. That's one thing. Yeah, I thank God, thank my ancestors for still being here. And yeah, bro, we should, man, we should cover it because yeah, bro, I remember back in the days when you could just see uh, well, they were just migrant workers pretty much, but people crossing the border, walking in twos, threes, like
They
nothing, right? Like
they
nothing,
they
bro.
they and they be in the pits. We had the pits back in the day. I tell everyone a lot of time, like, you wake up, there's folks sleeping in your backyard.
Yup.
One time our windows were so low and we didn't have screens. One day we woke up and it was like 3 people in our bedroom sleep. You dig? And we didn't trip on that. We didn't trip on that back then because, what up? What up? We all played B Pop Warner, keep pushing, positive surfs up. Victor Soto, IB Pop Warner, you dig? IB Cowboys, you already know. IB Cowboys, you dig?
Hey, that's
Hey,
another thing too.
Swagger, my man Swagger said he need a female
All right, yeah,
puppy.
just tell him a puppy one. Yeah, we could. I'll find him one for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
Hey, but that's another thing too. Back in the day, I remember, even though we lived on the west side of the South, away from the beach, I remember all of that being considered IB too. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? I
Way
remember.
before IB Chiefs, 9 kill. I'm sorry. Way before I not. We used to have each division had a different name for their team back then. When I played, then they became the IB Chiefs, and everyone was the Chiefs. I don't know why they weren't the Cowboys, because we were the only ones going to the Q Bowl every year. Chiefs never done nothing, but they wanted to be the Chiefs. But we were the IB Cowboys. So our kryptonite was VP. We lost to VP every year. Victor Dean, Dwayne McAfee, and them every year by like 3 points in the Q Bowl. But yeah, we always beat up Balboa Raiders. Let me tell you that. Big love to the Branch Brothers. R.I.P. to LB. But they weren't nothing. Skyline wasn't nothing. But VP was always a problem to us, man. My bad. Hey, my man mentioned it. I had to go in on it. He did.
No,
T.O.
yeah,
Right. I played against all them. Man, I graduated in 90. I played against all them. Remember the running back from Chula Vista High School, number 3. That was me. So, you dig?
that's crazy, dog.
But yeah, our history is deep, man. And like, folks don't even know how far we go back. You know, give them a little taste of how far we go back. You mentioned, about my brother and stuff, but let them know, man.
Man, like I said, since elementary school, like first grade, pretty much, bro. Because me and Terry were in the same class since from there about to fifth grade, maybe I think. No, sixth grade we had a different class, but all the way up we had the same class. We hung out all the time, and of course, that's why I would see you and be around you and Shane and Rod and I just remember, bro, like, you and Shane pretty much everybody, like, and I remember back then, remember when there was the sports competition against the other schools?
I tell everyone about that. When we grew up,
bro,
we had competition
we went to the
against
school
all the other schools. Hey,
yeah.
you brought up my cousin Paco. Big love and RIP to Khalil. My oldest son's name is Khalil. He played football with us. Him and my cousin Leslie Shaw, rest in peace. We started something in South Dago that everybody know about, but I don't know if y'all really, really, really know the history of how it all began. You see his box right now, and it got 4 corners. That's all I'm gonna say. But go ahead, Fal.
Yeah, man. Yeah, rest in peace, Paco. And then another shout out. I mean, rest in peace to Coffee, man.
Big love to Coffee, man. He grew up, being babysitted by my family, my aunties. We know his whole family. R.I.P. to them, man. That hit home hard. That hit home hard, man. That hit home hard, man. He died on his 50th birthday. He was the happiest person the day before, and then he had a heart attack. That was a real sad funeral service, but it was cool because it brought a lot of us back together. Carbolito was there, like everybody was there. You know what I mean? From South Dago. So, yeah, go ahead, Fal.
Yeah, no, I wanted to send a video clip and because I couldn't be there, but it's all good, man. But yeah, man, I figured I would shout out Coffee. He played, I think, on the Chiefs or the Cardinals too.
The Cardinals. I think he played with Nevitt Richardson and them. The Cardinals. Terry played for the Chiefs. They were I think he was like a year older than my brother Terry, right? And you.
Yeah.
So he played with the Chiefs.
Yeah, Coffee was 51 on. It was his 51st birthday.
No, he would have turned 50. He would have turned 50. I think he played with maybe he played with the Chiefs. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at the old pictures.
No, yeah, I think you're right. I think it was the Cardinals because he played with, or maybe he did, man. I don't know. See, I played soccer, bro.
Yeah. We all grew up playing soccer, though.
Oh, yeah.
At Wars Lincoln on the lower playground, you played soccer. We didn't have basketball courts. You played soccer. The girls was over there playing tetherball and stuff. You had the monkey bars and stuff, but we played soccer. I was Pele out there, bro. We had good times, man. The area. When the last time you been out there?
Right before I left, bro. I was staying right there off 20.
Oh, you were out there still?
Yeah, right by your old house, man. I was walking by your old pad like every day. I was gonna FaceTime you and be like, "Look where I'm at, bro."
No, okay. What you played for the Chiefs? Who you played for, Victor? Coffee didn't play on my team. Who you play? Coffee only played like a couple years anyway, just like Terry.
He played with Vlad.
Terry only played like 2 years. He played 2 years of baseball with Eric DeRummy and all them. We Pop Lucky Waller, Pop Warner. Terry didn't give a damn about sports. Oh, okay, Cardinals. Terry didn't care about sports. Someone hit him hard. He trying to fight. Terry was doing what he was doing, and then when I hooked him up with rest in peace with GXD, and they became who they were. I still got music of my brother in GXD, thanks to Ernie, man, E-Rock, Ernie DeRomey.
Shout out to Ernie. What's up, Ernie?
But yeah. You say you was just out there?
It's been 6 months, bro, but before I did, I was still down in the South Side almost every day, every other day. And then I was staying there for a minute.
Those houses look small now, bro. Like when I was little, my house was like big. It was 5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. But when I go over there now, I got a couple pictures of me out there, you know, in front of the house, 4230 Kim Sue Way. You dig? That house looked tiny, but the neighborhood is so many memories, bro. So many memories. And I don't know if you know, April 5th, we're doing me and Mel Calderon. We're doing a Wars Lincoln get together, bro. It's gonna be tight. It's gonna be tight. I've been wanting to do that for a while. Who does an elementary type reunion type thing? You know, we all went to different high schools. I left the area and went to Chula Vista High School, you know, and then I left Chula Vista. A lot of people don't remember. I left and went to Mount Miguel, my bad. You know, but 3 months later, I had to go back. You know what I'm saying? I went there because when we left from Kim Sue, I wasn't going to move to Spring Valley. So yeah. I left at 15. When I left, my brother Terry ran away. So to get him to come back home, bro, in 11th grade, I signed out of Chula Vista and signed into Mount Miguel to bring him home. And, you know, after 3 months, I was like, nah, I got to get out of this school. You dig? And we're fighting other stuff now. You know what I mean? At Chula Vista, we were fighting VCV and the skinheads because, you know, Chula Vista used to be all white.
Yep.
And then when I went there, it was like 15 black folk, you know, 8 Mexicans.
Didn't you go with Mario Lopez?
Yeah, Mario a year under me.
Same time. Yeah, I was going to say, it was the same time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was my dog. I used to watch him wrestle. I used to have my videotapes, and you'll always see Mario on the sideline and me and him chopping it up, man. That was my guy, man, Mario. Big up to Mario Lopez. Big up to Donnie Edwards.
Hey, Mario, I'm going to check you, though. How you going for the Dodgers, fool? What's wrong with you?
You know how I go, man. Like, just like me, you know, hey, I'm from Dago, but I'm a Raider. So, you know, but when we grew up, nobody was a Charger, bro. Everybody was Raider, Cowboy, San Fran, you know.
That's because of Marcus Allen, and then also I didn't know this. I didn't know that Plunkett or the coach was Mexican. I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah. The Raiders is the first team that broke all those barriers. Had women, had black folk, had Mexican. You know, Al Davis was like 10 steps before the league, you know what I mean? Like, Al Davis was a pioneer, bro, and that's one thing I love about my Raiders. You know, I'm a San Diego Clipper fan still. You dig? I love the Clippers. A lot of y'all love the Lakers because they win. See, a lot of y'all go to teams that win and win. Like a whole bunch of people used to be Patriot fans, and because they were winning. Are they Patriot fans now? Nah, they going to the next team that wins. See, I've been a Raider and a Clipper fan my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, I love the Aztecs. I love the Padres. I love the original San Diego Sockers. You did?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Hey, I really never paid attention. I just support my city. You know what I'm saying?
I just can't do the Chargers, man. I can't do them. Yeah, man. I can't do the Chargers, man. I can't. Hey, but yeah, man, what I want you to talk more about your TikTok. I want to blow that back up. So let them know about your TikTok, and then let them know how to find you, what you got going on this year. This all of you right now. This the closing of what we got going.
That's right. All right. So on social media, it's all SouthTown SD. And on TikTok, I'm going to be dropping some more videos of the dogs, training videos, probably going live. We'll see. I got some new things, but I am going to be dropping more content, covering different topics, just like you do, Trey. But yeah, on Instagram, Facebook, all social media, it's SouthTown SD. And like I said, new stuff coming, and I'll be posting it and advertising soon.
That's right. Come on, Kill. Nobody care about the Chargers, bro. No one care about the Chargers, man. But yeah, man. Hey, I appreciate you coming on. Salute 9 Kill. New joints on the way. My family gonna be sending you some emails, Kill. Tyronic. But yeah, you know, I appreciate you. And anytime you want to come on the platform, you know how to do it, man. Just hit me up. You know, it's all love. It's all love. You know. Again, one more time, let them know how to get at you, because I want them to get at you, and I want them to blow up, especially your TikTok.
Yeah. Again, it's SouthTown SD here watching, and I'll show you. Let me show you real quick. They're sleeping, but watch, just so they can get an idea of. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Can you feel good or no?
Yep.
Is the lighting not good?
Nah, it's beautiful. That's a chocolate.
Nah, he's a regular. He's like a blue Brando, but you know you can see the shine a bit. I don't know if you can see it really well, but so that's easy. He's only a year and a half. He's still going a little bit. Popcorn, come, hey.
We had a homeboy named Popcorn growing up. Dude, hey, we had a homeboy named Popcorn, right? Growing up. Oh, that mug. Is that a female or?
This is a female, yeah. This is a shorty bull. This is a mini bulldog. So she's full grown, and then I used to have her grandfather, bro. So I produced her dad, and then now I have her. And then he got some of the same bloodline that I had before, but yeah, man. Yeah, SouthTown SD on all social media, and I got new stuff coming up.
I was saying we had a homeboy named Popcorn growing up. I remember that name. Popcorn, man. Yeah, I remember. But yeah.
But yeah, bro. Much love. Thanks for having me on. Shout out. Thanks to everybody for tapping in.
Yeah, this is just the first of many. We're gonna do it again, y'all. I appreciate y'all tapping in Instagram, Facebook. I still see y'all on Instagram. I wish y'all that came over to Facebook, or I'm sorry, to YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube, man, YouTube.
But what I need y'all to do is hit the like, so we could break these algorithms. You know, it could get in front of more people. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. You know, tomorrow we got Indian K, so we'll be live tomorrow. Thursday we got Riston Diggs, and then Friday we got the Friday night chop up. You know, where we talk about physical health and mental health. So I appreciate y'all. Doodle, I appreciate you. You know, you my little bro, man, for life. You dig? And I appreciate you, man. And we gonna do that. We gonna do what you asked me. we gonna do that. And I'm gonna allow you to do it. You dig?
All right. Thanks,
if anyone should do it, it should be you. It should be someone who really know me.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks, man.
And I appreciate you. Hey, it's your big homie, Trey Boogie. This is Let's Chop It Up. I'll holla.
F&G shit. Shot the whole day, go. Shot the bro Trey Boogie. We sliding. Sliding in the rental, trying to run a milli up. In the southeast, Trey Boogie been a plug. Rubber bands on the blues, hella panoramic views. If you get into it with the squad, you can never lose. It's on the flow like Yellow Rider. I got your vibe on the toes like nail polish. In the city, we get respected from everybody. You about to pull up on Trey Boogie, now let's chop. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Got it wet, it's not a cut. Ain't worried about what nobody else got, cause I got enough. Me and Trey Boogie locked in, he threw a lob, I dunk. Heard the beat and sauced it up, can't nobody go hard as us. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up. If you talking about the game, let's chop it up. If you talking about the hustle, let's chop it up. If you talking about the grind, let's chop it up. Talking about some fly vibes, baby, let's chop it up.